recap. Fuck.
My immersion is ruined. Hey, welcome
You're
back.
muted, Wilson.
You
Legends.
muted yourself. Gosh. Amateur hour.
I said my immersion is ruined. Stream heard it because
Spot
it
on.
wasn't muted for them. Anyways, we return to the party. Walking across the frozen river, encountering through the fog and the snow some crystalline spiders. And with that, as they make their approach, before actions are taken, we will roll initiative. Don't forget, chat, we do have the little roll initiative thing, so do it. And when you are ready, I will call each of you out. Karan, your initiative.
18.
Oh wait, they also need to be able to see before we do that, sorry. Let's go ahead and show them. The scene. Our little spider boys here. And our party. Okay. 18 on Karan's initiative. Next, Briar.
20.
20. Asher.
14.
14. Rowan.
17.
17. Cole.
18.
18. Aurelia.
16.
16. With that, first up, Briar. As these crystalline ice spiders make their approach, Briar back here, kind of center in the party line. What would you like to do?
I am going. The earth is going to rumble underneath two of the spiders, and I'm going to do a wall of fire, in a sphere. So.
Wall of fire in a sphere.
Yes, it'll be a 20-foot radius. And the fire will be facing towards the spooters on the inside.
I don't
So you're
think
trying to
you can
dome them?
form the wall of fire. You're casting actual wall of fire.
Wall of fire, you can make it a sphere.
60-foot long, 20-foot high, and 1 foot thick. A ringed
Or a
wall.
ringed
Okay, yeah,
wall.
gotcha.
Yeah.
The ringed wall, you're doing it around yourselves, or
No, I'm doing it around the spiders. I'm trapping them into like a fire cage.
okay?
So even if
You'll
it's
be able to
just
get
one,
2 of them. Yeah, I think you'll be able to
Yeah.
get 2 of them when we.
then
Let's see
They-
our little radius. If you put it in between 2 of them, but it won't be able to get all of them at once.
yeah, that's okie doke. So they're gonna need to make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 15.
If they go through it, but if it's just the perimeter of this, it's not like the whole sphere is affecting them. That would be more like a fireball
When-
area of effect.
When the wall appears, each creature within the area must make a dexterity saving throw.
A ringed wall, 20 foot in diameter, is different. It's not saying that whole area inside that is on flames. It's a wall around that area.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's a ring more than just like that whole sphere is encapsulating them. Does that make sense? So if they walk through
Yeah.
that, if that changes how you want to use that, I'll let you recant that just because you
Or,
didn't understand it immediately. Because it's a wall. It's not like an area. Everything inside that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fire damage. Each creature, when it ends its turn, 10 feet inside the ring. Okay. So I'll wait then. But if it's in the middle, if it's each creature, can you read the third paragraph of that?
One side of the wall selected by you when you cast this spell deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. A creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there.
And when the wall appears above that, each creature.
Also,
within
that would
its
change the size because it's 10 foot in diameter. This is 10 foot in radius. Or 20 foot. So it would be, this would be half this size. It would be this size.
area. Okay, so is it hitting them?
5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, it would be this. You would be able to get one creature.
Okay, then I'll take the one creature. It should be in the ring, and
This one?
and therefore, if it's on the edge of it, should be taking damage. No.
Actually, Colson, I would probably say initially, because it says one side of the wall does damage, the other side does not. So it is like if they're inside of it, they don't actually have to be touching the wall. They just have to be on the damage dealing side of the wall. Okay, Roger.
So if you make the inside, I am doing that correctly, right? As far as 20 foot in diameter makes sense.
Yeah, so it's 10
4
feet,
squares.
10 feet radius. So it only can go 2 hexes outside of its center. So that is correct. But if it is inside, it doesn't have to be on the edge. If it is just inside of that, it's getting the damage.
Okay.
Yeah, reading
so
that the
that'll
10
be-
feet of that side, so you're just making basically everything encapsulated in there. Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
So-
It's just a microwave. That's
So it is a dexterity saving throw on its end.
Yes.
With that, which one is this? If I can select it. This is B. Sorry, I just want to make sure that I'm keeping track of their hit points correctly. So this one with its saving throw, 16 to the saving throw.
Okay, so it'll take half damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 6 damage, 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. With that fire attacking it, that's already halved, correct?
Yes.
Even more so, it's less effective than you would anticipate.
Okay. I'm going to communicate to the group. I don't think fire might be my best option here. And that'll be it.
Okay. Next in line is they themselves. So hide that, or I guess we can just keep that. Oh, I broke something.
it is
Oh, God.
very still. A blizzard is hit. Oh no.
What is happening?
You're like crazy zoomed in or something.
Oh, okay. Everything's fine. I changed my perspective. We will leave that there because it does exist, right? Until you decide it doesn't. First up is this one. Going to start to make its way around the party a little bit. And with that, I'm gonna roll to decide who he wants to attack first. First is first in line. Cole. You see as its abdomen, as it hinds up on its legs, getting itself taller, the abdomen tucks underneath, and where a normal spider would shoot out web, a crystal begins to poke out and then shot towards your way. With that, it is a 26 to hit. So,
Okay, it hits.
Does hit. That's 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so this is, I'm just want to clarify with you. This is a crystal spear looking
Basically, yeah.
missile, which would be, I can then, as a reaction, do deflect missile. And if I reduce the damage down to 0, I can catch it and throw it back.
Would that count? It's additional because I'm about to do some cold damage as well. Probably, because it does deal cold damage.
It says you
On top
can
of it,
use your
this is the
reaction to
piercing damage.
deflect or catch the missile. It says deflect, so therefore I would say
It's probably
It's your
all
call.
of the damage altogether, yeah. So let me go ahead.
Yeah.
So you have the 12 piercing and then the 8 cold damage. But that would be halved for you already because you do have resistance to cold, so it would be 4. You're looking at 16 points of damage total that you would have to block.
21. I blocked 21.
21 damage, so that is it. You can nullify that damage.
And I can spend a key point and make a ranged attack as with a monk weapon with a range of 20 to 60.
5,
let's
10,
do it.
15, 20. It's right in range, 20.
Let's do it. I'm gonna
Yep.
use a key point and I'm gonna throw it right back at it.
Alrighty, go ahead. Awesome.
It will be 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. Fuck yeah, max damage. 11 points of damage to that motherfucker.
Is it just your damage, like or whatever, or is
Yes,
it?
it has it has an actual like damage
Okay,
amount
that yours would
on,
yeah. How much damage total?
Yeah. 11.
11 points of damage. Yeah. Excellent. Well played for that. This one that is in the fire, it starts its turn. Does that mean it takes damage this time? Because it's starting its turn in here. So roll your damage for that.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, it is going to move out of it.
It deals ends or inside. Hang on. Each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall.
Team damage when it enters the wall and ends its turn there. It doesn't say anything about
Okay,
exiting.
yeah, so it's not so it won't. It's not ending its turn
Yeah.
in there. It is going to.
It did.
go
You
out.
did roll for damage when the wall appeared, though, right?
Yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
did.
That's when we first
Okay, yeah.
did the initial damage. Wasn't as effective as we had hoped. This one, making its way up. It's going to roll some attacks here. You know, before it moves, it's going to do the same thing. It, feeling the burning of the wall, it makes itself tall on all of its legs, the abdomen again, shooting towards Cole. Cole, once again, another little spear. That is a 20 to hit.
It hits.
That is 18 points of piercing damage. And then I will already half this, 6 points of cold damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Right?
So total, you should have taken 24 points of damage.
Got it. Yep. You are looking at 14.
A 14 does not make. For the next minute, your speed is reduced by 1. You feel this cold, or by 10 feet. You feel this cold chill as this ice crystal enters through your armor and enters into your bloodstream. Your speed is reduced by 10 minutes, or for the next minute, by 10 feet. Also, on your turn, you can either take an action or a bonus action, and not both. And you can't take reactions for this next minute. You can repeat this saving
Whole
throw
minute?
yes, for a whole minute. At the end of your turn, the effect, you can roll again to end this effect though. So when it comes to
So you get to
your
check
turn,
every single round.
yeah, at the end of your turn, you can do that. It's at the end of your turn, so yeah, you'd still have your next turn where you have these effects, but potentially end the next one. How much do they have? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How much do they have? Let me see here. Perfect. So it will get right to here. It is going to, lastly,
Hold up. Go put him there.
Put him where? Where I
Put them
was?
where you're putting them. Go put them there.
I
Put him
dare
here.
you.
All right,
Okay.
so he is within 10 feet of Karun.
Correct. Also,
Karun
before
is
we
going
get
to
to this,
take-
sorry, before we get to this, it is also going to hike up on its legs, and it's going to attack Aurelia before, with the same kind of ranged attack. Sorry.
Oh, before it moves.
Yeah,
is what
sorry.
you're saying.
I'm getting
Okay,
it where
okay.
it's doing the same thing the other ones did, where it's shooting that spear first. Again, from its abdomen, a spear comes out. That's 21 to hit total.
That hits.
9 points of piercing damage. You're immune to the cold damage. Good. Moby nice. But I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. 12. With that, for the next minute, as you feel this cold chill make its way through your body and make you frigid, only an action or a bonus action. You can't take reactions. You can repeat this saving throw at the end of your turn. Cole, speaking. Oh, no, sorry. And it's going to move up. Sorry. I forgot to use that attack, but that's my bad. It had another attack. This other one did. Could have done on Cole. But I forgot to. So this one, I didn't forget to. It does have its last attack. It is going to, with its mandible, as it comes up. Karan, go ahead and do what you're going to do, because it does make its way within 10 feet of you.
Okay, so within 10 feet, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take reaction with the glaive that I've got. It's part of Polearm Master. Opportunity attack when I'm wielding a glaive. Other creatures provoke an opportunity attack when they enter
When
my
they
reach.
enter your
Which
range,
has,
yeah.
when they enter my reach, and I have 10 feet with the glaive. So,
do you want to describe your glaive for the first time as well, too?
Sure,
As this
sure, yeah.
Remade glaive.
In comparison to the glaive that was there, which was Grimm's that Dom carried for a while, the whole shaft is pretty, mundane looking. Nothing spectacular about it, but the blade has a very unique swept back single blade to it, almost as if it's like flame that was captured in a very bright steel. Other than that, that's pretty much it. It has a very unique design in comparison to what might be typically seen in human realms.
Wonderful. What are you doing with that glaive?
So with said glaive, I'm going to go ahead and more like a bow staff. That's probably the biggest thing that's unique about this, is that he uses the glaive more like a bow. So with like long sweeping downstrokes. So he's going to reach out and let the blade slide out and attack. Well, at least it wasn't shit. Plus 5. That's a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Nice.
Roll your
Okay.
damage.
So, I am connecting, and when I hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, I can expend a spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. First off, this thing isn't undead, is it?
It is not
And
undead.
I'm going to expend a level 2.
The melee damage dealer. Let's fucking go!
Well, is it really melee damage? I don't know. Let's find out. So that's 1d8, and I'm going to expend a level 2 spell slot.
Okay.
So that's going to turn the 1d8 into 4d8.
Just, casually.
just casually. I'm just going wrong. And what is the actual bonus on that? Oh, sorry, I had to take out 1d8 and turn that into a d10. Dan.
Will you hurt me
Blade
already?
does more damage than spell. Okay, so that was a wash anyway, so it didn't even matter. That is going to be 37 radiant damage.
Nice. Good, solid hit. Okay. Now, let me continue its turn. If that's it, it will roll a little bitey bite attack as it makes its way over to Aurelia. That's a 23 to hit.
I'm going to wrap her in an arcane ward. Aurelia, you are going to be receiving 20 temporary HP.
Okay. With that 20 HP, 13 of it's going to go away. 13 points of piercing damage. You negate the cold damage once again. Mobina. And we come to Karan. You get a turn now.
Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take out some holy water and splash it around. And I'm going to cast a 4th level Bless.
Okay.
And that is going to give everybody an extra d4 whenever they do any attacks or saving throw checks. I believe that's attack roll or a saving throw. So for 1 minute, 10 rounds, everybody roll an extra d4 when you make an attack roll or a saving roll check.
Very helpful.
So
is that
that's
your bonus
be
action,
that.
or is that your action?
That's my action.
Okay.
And then my bonus action is get that spirit guardian in here. Let's go ahead.
Spiritual weapon.
Boom.
Where you want him?
Yeah, our spiritual weapon. Let's go ahead and pop him right on the other side of that delinquent one that I already attacked. Like right behind him. So pincering.
Right behind him. Do you want to put him in between the two so you have options? Or
yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do that.
Okay,
Thanks, DM.
Gotcha.
But we're gonna smack the one that I already attacked.
Yep.
Let's go ahead.
Just so you don't have to use an action to move it or anything like that. So yeah.
Thank you. So that is increases 1d8 above 2. So that is going to be 3
delinquent spiders.
3d8.
It's actually in my Tinder profile. Delinquent spider.
Sorry to out you.
So it gets to roll its attack right away, correct? Yes.
Yep, when it first comes in, and then every single turn I can use a bonus action to have it attack again. All right.
Roll your attack.
Oh, yeah, that's right. First I should do that.
You are going to use it for this bad boy.
All right, so that is 20.
20 will hit.
20.
Yes,
Okay, 20 will hit. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your
Yeah,
force
I thought it did.
damage.
I'll re-roll that because that was technically that's not nearly as good as the last one was, but I'll take it still. So there's that 9 plus. All right, so that is 17 plus 5, so that is 22 force damage to the one that I already
force damage. Good, solid hit.
How's it looking?
It's looking like a crystalline spider.
Great.
Yep. Is that it?
That will be it. Yes.
Rowan, you're up, my boy. Aurelia, you're on deck.
Cole's up, then me.
Cole already had his turn? Question mark. Oh, I
Sure
skipped.
did.
I'm
Cole
sorry.
had
I
2
missed-
defensive
I sure did.
actions
Yes,
against
That is
being
correct.
maliciously
Somehow I
attacked.
skipped you. You and Karan both have an 18. You should have gone
Yeah.
first, but it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I'll take the bless. No worries.
Hey,
Yeah, he's not gonna
I'm
fight
going
that.
to.
Now you get a bless.
I'm going to. Okay, can I determine out of the 2 spiders that are beside me which one has the most health or looks the least amount?
Roll me just a quick insight check. I don't know. Perception? No, perception.
Okay, perception's good. 17.
Give that to Free. The one that Karun's done a good bit of damage, you can tell, is a little bit more hurt than the one.
Which is the one that's in front of Aurelia, correct?
It is this one, yes.
So you're behind you, I guess,
behind
to the
you,
right.
essentially, yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Then I am going to use the stunning strike on the one in front of me. I will use a key point. It's basically an attachment to my action, so it's all in one go since I can only do one right now. So I'll roll for a hit right now, and that will be 21. I'm so sorry, quick math. 21 to hit.
To hit. 21 does hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
It will also need to make a Constitution saving throw, or be stunned till the next round.
Right. Got a high plus on that. That's a 24 to the save.
Okay. Okay, it's going to be doing 10 points of regular damage and then 4 points of lightning damage.
Alrighty. 10 points, so 14 total.
14 total. And then I'd like to make my save, if possible.
Make your... Yes, go ahead and attempt your Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that is an 18.
18. With that chill running through your body, you're able to work past that and you feel some of your energy coming back for your next turn.
Awesome. Thank you.
You have succeeded. Okay. With that, next is now Rowan. And now Aurelia, you're on deck.
Seeing that these spiders are coming from the right side, and seeing the spider kind of climbing on top of Aurelia, Rowan's gonna bonus action, click his heels, and activate his boots of speed, and he's going to rush right next to the spider.
Which one?
In between, the one on the far right, to the south, the closest. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm gonna go. And then I'm gonna go in for my attacks.
Alrighty dighty.
First one is going to be, as per usual, the trip attack. So I'll be spending a superiority die to try to trip it and get it prone.
Okie dokie.
So I rolled a 18 plus, so 24, and then a 23 for both of my attacks. Do they hit?
24 and 23? Yeah, they do.
Two. So hopefully, so with that, Wholesome, can you roll a strength check for that trip attack, please?
Strength saving throw or check?
Yes, saving throw.
It doesn't have any additional for its saving throw. What's happening? Where are you? There you are. So, with that, that is going to be 18 to the save on strength.
Okay, so it doesn't get tripped. However, I do still do additional damage to it. So now, let's see here. So altogether, so I'll go ahead and give you the slashing, and then I'll go through the specialties.
Okay.
Okay. So altogether, so we got 6 plus 6, so 12 slashing damage plus 7, 19 slashing damage total for both attacks.
Each of your, well, never mind. Just kidding.
And then 3 fire damage, and then 6 radiant damage done to the
6
creature.
radiant. The fire damage not as effective as you would hope.
Hang on just a second before we finish. I do need to make some additional rolls because of flanking. I want to look up the rules on that one again.
The rules on
What is
flanking?
it? Yes.
Our
So it's a
rules on
plus
flanking is a
two-
+2 to
two-
your attack.
two to the
if
attack.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Well, both of them hit,
Might as
so
well
it
just roll
doesn't matter. Not to the damage. Okay.
That's
And then I am going to rotate to just one square to my right.
like just
I want its
right
attention on me. Yes. Yep. Just turning its attention on me, and I'm just gonna start screaming at it. Hey! Hey!
here.
Do I want to leave that square though? I want to go back.
You want to go
I want
back?
to do somebody else. Yeah. I'm gonna be dancing. Kind of imagine
Okay.
Rowan dancing a bit. Yeah, he's kind of like bouncing on his toes back and forth. So I'm gonna stay there to kind of give somebody else that flanking advantage as well. So we got back-to-back flankings. So, and I'm going to end my turn.
That ends it. Aurelia, you're up. You also still have that effect affecting your actions and bonus actions, so keep that in mind.
Feeling the cold go through my veins, I just like jerkily pull out my rapier and just stab the spider in front of me for a 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
That's gonna be 25 points of damage.
25 points of damage. Okie dokie. Good solid hit with that. Is the rapier magic?
No.
It is not as effective as you would hope. So let me get some of that back.
I think the sneak attack is still magic, isn't it? 'Cause
No,
the sneak attack isn't
I don't
technically
think so.
piercing damage. It's
The magical, yeah, I wouldn't say. We're kind of pushing it even with our gemstone enchanted items, but that's kind of how we've rolled it. So I made, yeah.
And then I'm going to roll to see if I can get out of this
Constitution
icy
saving throw.
hell. Oh, I didn't know. It was worse. It's a 5.
It was worse. You are still in icy hell. You feel that icy hell coursing through your veins. But Asher, you're up.
okay. So Asher, seeing all of this, that one that's just shooting range shit at us, he's gonna look at, and there's just gonna be this blackish green energy come out of his hand, and he's gonna chuck it at him.
Check it.
I need to make him to make a Constitution save.
Constitution. He's got a high Constitution saving throw, but that's a 13 on his save.
He fails, so he takes
Mhm.
88 damage.
Woo! Do your math.
10,
What kind of damage?
20 necrotic.
Necrotic damage.
Hold on, math. Okay.
Math. D&D. Sky, are you drinking that fireball for any reason?
10, 20, 28, 29 plus 11. So 29 plus 11 is 40 damage.
40
necrotic.
damage. Good solid hit with that. You see this necrotic energy just find its way in through the thorax of this spider. This crystalline spider.
And then as a bonus action, he's gonna cast Flame Blade at level 2, I believe. Yeah, Flame Blade at level 2. And that'll be his turn.
Just got that flame blade activated. Okie dokie. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't able to attack after you do. Nope. Okay, so you don't get the... Yeah, you don't get the... All right, that is it. Back to the top of the line. Briar, you're up.
Yeah. So I'd like to be predictable, but I'm not going to be predictable. Where the sphere is in between the two spiders, we're going to be actually casting a 3rd level shatter. So it'll hit both spiders on each side. Unfortunately, it's going to hit Cole as well. 10-foot radius, surrounded by the point. You hear this loud ringing noise, super painfully intense. Constitution saving throw.
What is the
15.
radius? 10-foot radius, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. So it'll just hit Cole, the Spooter, and Spooter. But fun fact, a creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Stone, metal, or
Crystal.
technically, yes. Has disadvantage on the saving throw. Okay, so
Yes.
with both of these guys, let me roll. It's Constitution saving throw.
Yes. 15.
That's already a fail. One fails, the other succeeds.
Okay. So the failure takes 22 damage, and
What's
the
this one?
success takes
Seth
11.
also needs to. Let's do this.
Yes. But Seth is probably poopy. So
The failure is 22 damage. What kind of damage?
The failure's thunder.
Thunder damage.
Yes.
Okay, and the
'Cause
other
it
one
is-
is half damages.
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm
They are
going to then
both-
use my movement to hide behind Kiron. He's my human shield now. Or elven shield. So, boop, boop.
Boop. That concludes your turn. When Seth gets back, we need to remind him to take damage. But in the meantime, okay, so this, we can just put this off to the side because we're done with it. This one up first. Seth, I need you to just roll a Constitution
Yes, what do you
saving
need me to
throw.
roll?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution, got it.
DC 15.
16.
Okay,
16. You take half damage, 11 points of thunder damage. You can thank Briar for that. 11 points of thunder damage. This one, going to move, kind of flanking around once again. Getting different angle. What do we want to do? Let me roll for it. There are 6 of you. I can roll a d6 to decide. Asher.
I
You were the
figured.
target.
I just fucking blighted the shit out of him. So
Yeah, he ain't happy with that. He is going to shoot that ice crystal at you. So with that first one, that is a 19 to hit.
that hits.
9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
6 points of cold damage. That's already halved for you.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm going to remember that I can do more things with them. He is going to make his way over here and now do a bitey bite. So with that,
I saw what you did there.
27, does that hit?
Oh, that's well above my AC.
just under.
It over
Just
hits.
doesn't hit. Where's this damage? There we go. 10 points of piercing damage. 3 points of cold damage. That's already halved.
Okay.
Okay. Next one in line. He's going to use all of his attacks on you, Cole. 15 to hit on that first attack as it tries to bite you with its little mandible, but the other one, as it
Misses.
lunges forward, tries to bite, it will with its two front claws, its crystalline legs lashing out at you. That is a 16 to hit on one of those, and a 19 to hit on the last.
19 meets.
19 does. With that, one attack does land. 11 points of piercing damage. And 5 points that's already halved, cold damage. And that ends its turn. This one, having gotten some action from Rowan here, you have its undivided attention. Knowing it doesn't have a ice spear in you yet, it is going to hike up on its legs. It's a 19 to hit. That is 9
Don't
points of
forget,
piercing
that's
damage.
an ranged attack that's within 10 feet, so he has disadvantage on a ranged attack.
It doesn't have to be, because it's just from its like stinger.
But is the spear that it's shooting, is that technically a ranged attack?
It doesn't have to be, is what I'm saying. Because it's from its,
Gotcha.
it can like, and then leave it in there, so there's no
Okay.
disadvantage for that. Where was I? Did I already roll the damage? I did. That was right. 9 points of piercing damage, which you already took that, correct?
Now I did. I got
Okay.
it.
And then I'm gonna already have this. That's 7 points of cold damage.
Halved? Is that already halved?
That's already halved. Yes.
Cool. All right, cool. Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
You got it. And then I get a D4 with that.
Correct. With your saving throw. Yep.
Let's fucking go. So I'm well over the threshold. I think.
Yeah, you're good.
I rolled a 22.
Just makes.
22.
And with that,
Oh.
it is going to use its last action. 26 to hit as it lashes out with its bites. That is 14 points of piercing damage. All right, already going to have it. 6 points of cold damage. And we now end their turn. Yes, I've gone through all of them doing their things. Cole, you are up. Karun, you're on deck.
Okay, cool. So the spider that is in front of me is going to take a spear attack and some flurry of blows.
Okie dokie.
Dirty 20 for the spear attack. I'm just going to go ahead and roll
Yep,
for the
you're
other two hits real quick as well. That is a 19 plus 8, so that's a 27. And that is a 16 plus 8, so 24.
All hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. He is going to take 30 points of
30
damage.
points. What all were the different attacks? Some of it's
Okay,
going to be halved
so
if it wasn't magical.
That's fine. Yes.
Wait, do you have that monk thing where your attacks
I
are
have that
magical?
monk thing. Let me check that super
Yeah,
quick.
that monk thing. Get that monk shit.
I think I have that monk thing.
Features and traits.
I'm looking now.
I'm trying to help you out.
I know. Yeah.
Chi empowered, or chi empowered strikes. So yeah, unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistances and immunity. So you will do the full 30 damage.
Okay, cool. Another thing, I forgot I have extra attack. Haven't been using that. while I was searching through as well. So can I make another spear attack? Because I use
Sure?
action.
Question mark?
Action as attack. This is me new to being monk as well, so
You're good.
blind help me. Attack action as attack. Bonus action is Fury of Blows, and then
Whatever Fury of Blows gives you is so if there are
bonus
attacks. Is part of that bonus action.
okay. So then
And then you use a key point. You can use key points to extend.
To keep
I believe.
Yes,
having
the
more
key
bonus
point-
actions, essentially, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Just double checking there. Is a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Okay.
So is that another flurry of blows?
No, that is another spear attack. So that's going to be.
If you're using key points, I don't think you can do just another attack. I think it's got to be one
No,
of the.
this is extra attack. This is not anything to do with key. So extra attack will give me 2 attacks, and then the bonus
attacks
action,
for action
I use
2. Yep. So you have.
Yep.
Okay.
Good. We good?
Cool.
That's 4. And 10 more points of damage, and that's all magical from the spear.
Excellent.
So 40
It's looking
points.
Pretty hurt
40
now.
points.
With that all together, it's showing some cracks in the carapace of this crystalline spider. Karan, your turn.
All right. So
Rowan, you're on deck.
For Rowan and I'm going to expend for my action Channel Divinity to preserve life. And then I'm going to give, this is piggybacking off of the Naraminian aid bonus. Rowan is going to get 20 HP, so 15 of that pool of that 40 HP is going to go to Rowan. That's going to be 20 HP with the +5. Cole is going to get +2, so he's going to get 17 HP. And then the other 10 is going to go to Asher. So he'll get 12 HP. So Rowan heal 20, Cole heal 17, and
Asher
Asher
heal
heal 12.
Okay.
And that'll be my
Thank you.
action. And
Excellent.
then I'm going to go ahead and follow up with, let me double check to make sure this isn't going to break anything. We should be fine there. So it's going to be a mass healing word at 3rd level. And that is... All right. So that's 8. It's going to be, because this is going to hit everybody within 60 feet. Rowan, Briar, and Aurelia are all going to get 13 HP, and the others will get 10. That'll be mass healing word, and that will be my action and bonus action. I'm not gonna move.
We get, you said an extra 10?
Easy. Yeah. So Cole and Asher are going to get an extra 10. The others are going to get an extra 13. And that's because you guys have no elven blood and they do.
Okie dokie.
And that's it.
Rowan, you're up. Aurelia, you're on deck.
Feeling pretty good again. Rowan is going to turn to Karun. Thank you. And then focus
And that's your turn.
on.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
And that is it. And that is it. That is
Fortunately,
all
you're
that I
too
get.
respectful and bowed, at least to direct.
That's a whole action.
So I will not be using a bonus action this turn, so that I get an additional attack. So I'll be throwing 3 attacks at the creature in front of me. The first one will always be the trip attack.
I will roll my save.
Let's see if I hit first. That's a nat 20. So
That'll hit. 16 on the strength save.
That it passes. Do I even? You know, I'm gonna roll 2d4s for these attacks. These last two. Okay. And then I get an additional 2, so I need to remember that. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Does 17 hit?
17 does not hit.
Okay, so this next one won't hit either. So that nat 20 is going to be the only one that hits, and that'll be that superiority die. It still gets additional damage. So, forgive me. How does it? It's
Karan, do you want to backtrack and attack with your spiritual weapon, or do you use your bonus action? Never mind.
Yeah, I used my bonus
Your
action.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Anyway.
Thank you.
You want a free action?
Yes, please. I attack. I use all of the spell slots I've already expended.
cool. So I do already 8, 9, 10, 11. Then I'll do. Oh, another max! Another max! Let's fucking go! I got 8s and 8s. So I gotta take a picture of that. That's insane. So 11, 17, 25, slashing damage.
25 with the slashing.
And then not max, but 5 fire damage done to it. And it is not tripped.
Okie dokie.
How's it looking in front of me after those attacks? Like, I'm gonna
pretty hurt. It's similar to that other one. It's got some cracks in its carapace, and some of the crystal elements are showing some wear.
Okay. All right. And I'm gonna end my turn.
Aurelia, you're up. Asher, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm going to take out my hunter's mark dagger, and I'm going to stab the spider in front of me for a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Great. Then that is going to be 25 points of magical damage.
25 points of magical damage.
And
it is marked.
They have hunter's mark on them. Okay, cool. And that is all I can do except for try to save from this cold stuff.
You can now save from the cold.
Oh! That is gonna roll my bless, #bless. That's a 23.
That saves. You feel that effect end. Your blood has returned its warmth. And that ends your turn. Asher, your turn.
Okay. So, this could end up really bad. Asher's gonna look over to Aurelia and Cole and be like, I hope you guys are ready for this. And he's going to pull out a piece of obsidian and punch the ground and cast Earth Shatter. So it's a 20-foot cube. I'm gonna hit all 3 spiders, which means possibly Aurelia might not get hit, depending on how you wanna move that cube to hit that 3rd spider.
To get both of them, I don't know that you would be able to without affecting her as well. It's weird because we're using hexes, I guess, but she's more than half in it anyway.
Yeah.
We would put it to get both of them in.
So that's gonna be a dex save on all 3 spiders, Cole, Aurelia, and myself. Oh god, what did I? Sorry, brain. 16.
Okay.
Plus a bless. Doesn't do shit.
So what does this do?
Okay, so I failed. I'm gonna take full damage. If you fail, you take full damage. If you succeed, you take half, which is 4d12.
Roll your damage.
10, 16, 18, plus 5 is 23
Yikes.
points of damage to anyone who failed, and half of that if you succeeded. Or in Aurelia and Cole's case, none of that if you succeeded.
Did you guys succeed?
Succeeded.
16
And
to
Yes.
16.
evasion.
2 of
Yep.
the ice spiders failed. 1 of them. This one is the only one that succeeded, so it'll take half. The others take full damage. You see as their legs kind of crumble underneath the shattering. You do hear also, with all of the commotion happening on the river itself, you do see some of the cracks that start to go deep and lightning almost their way towards the surface, or below the surface where there is water. But anything else you'd like to do for your turn? You're muted.
He's gonna bonus action. Oh, he doesn't have anything as a bonus action, so yeah, that's gonna be his turn.
That's it. Back up to Briar.
I'm going to pull out one of my ball bearings. I'm going to aim it at the spider in front of Cole, and I'm going to trigger a catapult. his way.
Okie dokie. That would technically hit everybody in front of you, would it not? Because it's anything
Well-
in that path, right? Because, yeah, they would be obstructing your view 3
Okay,
different
then
times.
I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 over past Rowan. I'm going to just move 20
This way?
feet.
5,
yeah.
10, 15, 20. That'll get you your view.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to shoot the spider.
Excellent. It's a dex save on my part.
Yes.
So
15.
that is this one. It 19 makes.
Okay, so it'll take half damage at
Is
16.
catapult half damage? I think it's just a straight miss with a
On
catapult.
oh, wait, let me see. Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think that
you're
would
right.
make sense as
My
one.
bad.
That would be.
My bad. Okay, it misses. And that'll be it.
Yep. So in the future, if you line them up, you have a chance to hit each creature. If it misses, like say it misses this one and you lined it up, and it goes on beyond that, it keeps traveling until it hits something. So like you would be able to hit like both of them. Or if you went all the way over here, like tried to line it up that way, it is something that you could do with catapults. Like if they lined up, it's like, oh, it missed the first one, but maybe it'll hit the second one.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
With that, it is their turn. This one, he's just gonna go in for straight attacks. Claw, mouth bite. That is on Asher. It's a 15 to hit.
That is my AC.
Hey, okay. 29 to hit. And 25 to hit.
Yep.
So the bite was the one that just hit. Let me roll the damage. 11 points of piercing damage. And I'm already going to have it. Half of 9 is
4.
5? 4. Yes, 4.
Run down.
Okay, we're down, right? 4. That's how I have been running, I promise. 4 points of cold damage. That's already halved. The next one, oops, don't need to roll another attack. They all landed. With the legs, the crystalline leggies, I'm going to roll both of them. And just go ahead and roll both of that. 19 points of piercing damage total. That's both the attacks.
Asher's unconscious.
Okay. But yep, we don't need to roll the rest of that.
He had exactly 19 HP.
Oop. Oop. With that, that concludes its turn. Next one, going to attack Cole. Just going in for all those attacks. 24. Not 20. And 15 to hit. So it was a 24 on the regular bite. So the bite is going to be 10 points of piercing damage. It's going to be 7 points of cold damage. Now I got to do the nat 20. The other one missed. Okay, so... And we've decided with our nat 20s, we add an additional of the die damage. Luckily for you, it's not much.
The max, and then it's a roll. Yeah.
Yep. So that'll be 15 points of piercing damage. Then I will also take on Cole. This is Cole. And lastly, with that, 15 points of cold damage. That's going to be halved.
As a reaction, I can take a stone endurance and reduce the damage down to 1d12 plus 2. So I'm going to roll that on this last one.
This last one, it could negate all of it. It's the cold damage. Are you sure you don't want to do that for the piercing damage?
The piercing damage, yeah. I rolled a 13 total.
So you rolled 13, so yeah, just go ahead and add 13 back. We'll be fine with that. And last one is 7 points of cold damage. That's already halved.
Oh my god. If I hadn't done that, I would have been down.
Ooh.
13 hit points.
That's spoopy. Next up is going to attack Rowan. And with that, once again, bite, claw, claw. 24, 22, 21. That's going to be 13 points of piercing damage with the bite attack. And already halved, that's going to be 5 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Now the claws, each of them digging into you with each little claw. What did I do? Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta roll that. 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And 5 points of cold damage.
That's halved already?
That's already halved, yep. I'll always be halving
Okay.
up, from this point on. Just because everybody has resistance or immunity, so I'm just going ahead and giving it to you that way. That is another 10 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, you are looking at 6 points of cold damage. Already halved.
All right.
That ends their turn. Next up is Cole. Karan, you're on deck.
Okay, Cool is going to use a key point and do Step of the Wind, which I can then cast Disengage. And then I'm going to move my feet, or myself, 45 feet away in the right. So the way Cole's looking, that direction.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45. Right there. Loop. 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 Dude.
Okay. And then Cool is going to use his spear.
Yep.
And I think that the one that's above Asher is the most threat. He is going to throw that spear at the one that's in front of Asher.
So
that is
let me
50,
help you out here for
foot.
a second. So if you're trying to... So think about it this way. This one is the least hurt of them. So you're the least likely to take one of them off the board, which means action economy. If you get one of them off the board, because the other ones are looking more hurt, you happen to get one off the board, that's 3 attacks that you're not having to deal if it does make its way around back to them.
Here's the only thing that I'm thinking of. is not going to continue to attack Asher since he's down, which would then give him instant death saves and then killing him.
Consider who your next teammate is in the lineup.
Okay, that's fair. All right, I'll go
Columbus next.
for the one that is still the one that's front of Rowan, because I think that's an extra 10 feet, which is an extra D4
Okay,
damage.
that one is the one that is hurt, looking the most hurt as well.
Okay. We've got... yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Good. Roll your attack and give it that flavor.
23 points of damage.
It was the attack. Did you roll your attack?
I'm sorry, 23 to hit.
23 to hit. Okay,
Yes.
that does hit.
I don't know if I have enough before.
Do-do-do.
Fuck, I don't have enough before. Let's shoot the one. Go.
I love your attuned attribute for that spear. If one day you'll get it.
Okay, so it's going to be taking 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. You see as it's at Rowan, trying to bite and pierce him with its crystalline legs. This spear, hurled from Cole's arm, strikes with lightning. As it rushes towards this spider, Rowan, it hinds up as if it's going to like slam down, and before it does so, as it's kind of on its hind legs almost, the spear through its mandible and just fries it with electricity and falls. This one is dead. So that's that. I believe that does your turn.
Yes, that is my turn.
Karan, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much do the exact same thing we did last round. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that channel divinity once more. I'm gonna put 12 into Asher. And then I'm going to put I cannot touch. Actually, where you're 45 feet. Let me double. How far
You're trying to get to Cole. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's more than 45 foot at this point.
I want to say what is that? Second level gain ability. Turn it down. Is there a range? Yep, 30 feet. Yep. Okay, 30 feet. So yeah, so he's outside of it. So then I'll actually do it so that it will be 22 to Asher and 25 to Rowan.
Run MVP for real.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll use one more. Where is it at? Can I do it at this level? I cannot. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pop the third level mass healing word.
Okay.
So that's gonna be +7 +12. That's gonna be 14 to non-elves and 17 to elves, or anyone with elvish blood. Aside from Cole, you are too far away.
Yes,
Oh, wait, yeah,
sir.
you're-
Is that
is he 60 feet? Is he 60 feet? No, he's within 60 feet, isn't he?
Yeah,
Verify.
45.
5, 10, 15, 20,
35.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Did I do that
Okay,
right?
yeah. So then you will go ahead and get those heals.
Or do you say 13?
14.
50.
14.
It's
Because
50.
it's 12 plus 2 for you guys, and it's plus 5 for the elves. So that's why they got 17. And
Rowan,
that is
you're
that.
up. Aurelia on deck.
Before Rowan bolts off, thank you, Karun. And he's going to rush right on by to get right in front of Aurelia, and he's gonna go toe to toe with that spider in front. And I want this thing down again. So, no bonus action used outside of the 2-weapon fighting, so I get 3 attacks with less.
You're doing the trip attack.
Yes, I will be doing the trip attack, but let me roll to see if I can hit it. That is a
trip.
hit. Yeah, for trip. So if you want to go ahead and roll the save on that one. Then, so 19, 17, and 18 plus, so let's see here, plus 6 to all of them. 19, 17, and 18. So I'm assuming that all
Yeah,
hits.
you're
They're
good.
all in the 20s. Okay.
It succeeded its strength check. Or saving
it?
throw, rather. It succeeded the
What is it?
saving throw.
How
18.
much was it?
18.
Oh. Okay. Neat. And I'm also going to take the superiority on attack that. Just needed that one. Okay. So, let's see, 7, 8, 9, plus 12, 12, plus 8, 20, 28 slashing damage total.
28.
28, yes.
28.
Alright, and then, 10, 17 fire damage total.
Okie dokie.
And then 5 radiant damage.
It's looking really hurt.
Action surge. I'm going in again for 3 attacks. So I'm going to clean my board real quick. My fight or flight is kicking in. But I like to think action surges for me.
Gotta kill fast.
Gotta go fast, gotta go fast. So I got a 15, a 19, and a 16, 21, and 22. So the lowest roll is a 21. Does a 21
That'll
hit? Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage for an attack. It'll probably be enough.
Sick. Alright. So I'm not using a superiority dice with that. So that is... and then I gotta roll the...
You're probably good. Just give me some damage.
Okay. Alright. So 10 slashing and 8 fire.
Plenty enough. It had 5 health left. So with that, the slashes come across each, and this one is now unconscious as well.
Since I only rolled 1 attack out of 3, can I carry the 2 to the
With
next
your
guy? 'Cause I
movements,
still have movement.
I don't think so.
I do
think
have
that's-
movement.
I
have
know,
my-
but I don't think that's
have
how
my
it works. When you've made an attack, you can't oh, I'm gonna continue while I'm over here.
Well, I mean, I didn't roll
I know I
the
gave it
damage
to you once before, but
In 3.5, there used to be a rule like that, but it doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Okay. So... Well, that's a bummer. That's just a waste of an action surge. Okay, that's my turn. Actually, I'm gonna move up right next to him. I'm gonna go right next to Asher, so I can give him that and Sentinel.
okie dokie. With that, next in line is Aurelia.
Great. I'm gonna run to the other side of Asher. And bonus action, I'm going to change my hunter's mark to this Spidey.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm going to take my hunter's mark dagger and stab it for 24 to hit.
So, hold on a second. I think with this homebrew item, it's whatever you have hit with it. So I don't think it casts Hunter's Mark on who you have attacked with it. So it's
It
not like,
says-
oh, no, you have Hunter's Mark it and you can change it. I know it shows the whole spell, but it casts it on the target.
On the dagger itself, it says you can use a bonus action to change it.
On the dagger itself?
Well, on the hunter's mark, would you? If
Yes,
you
on
wanna
Hunter's
homebrew that, it
Mark,
can't
but
be
yeah, like I
changed.
said, so I just threw the spell on to the item itself, but it doesn't just give you Hunter's Mark. It's whatever it has been hit by the dagger.
Okay, that's fine.
It's not
so-
you marking it, it's the dagger marking it, like
Yeah.
that or something.
Okay.
And it's also
so
like
we'll
you can
roll
also
that
have
then.
multiple marks, so it's not like that is one benefit of it. Like if whoever you hit with that is now marked, essentially.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
That's
So you
good
just
to
And
know.
it
run
just has all
around
those,
just
it just has all those
poking
benefits of
people.
Hunter's Mark. So
Uh-huh.
anybody that you hit with that, so if you want to use that like as your first attack and mark it, it will be marked for the rest of that, like the rest of your attacks or whatever.
Okay, then let's do that then, because I won't, because I have my bonus action. So I'm going to attack for my first action for a 24 to hit,
24 hits,
and that is a 38 points of damage.
38 points of damage. That's with the dagger.
That's with the dagger, yeah, and all the bless and the bless and
Yes.
the bullshit. And then for my second attack, it is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay, that's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. It's
And
looking
that is my
pretty hurt.
turn.
And last, Asher, your turn.
It's
So-
Hunter's marked now, right?
It is Hunter's marked. Yes. No.
Asher.
Yes, because you attacked with a dagger. Yes, it is Hunter's marked.
Asher's gonna come to, see that the spider's on his back, see the spider's right over top. He's going to use his last 4th level to shoot some more blight at this dude. So he needs to make a con save.
Okie dokie.
To
22 on the con save.
Okay, he passes, so he's gonna take half damage. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, that's the wrong. Hold on. I almost rolled 12s. 6, 8. 8. 14, so that's 22. 29, 35, plus 16, so that's 51 points of damage.
What is this? What is this? A save or anything
half.
like that?
Yeah, so it's halved, so it's going to be 25 points of damage.
Okay,
Necrotic.
that's if it's saved, right?
Yeah.
How many? How much? 25. Yep. Is a little bit
25.
pretty hurt.
Then, as a bonus action, he is going to wild shape into his bear form, into a large, furry cave bear.
Okie dokie.
It's fucking cold. And get up using his action. Or
All
using
right.
his movement.
Yeah, just your movement. Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be his turn.
Next up is Briar.
How bad is the cracking of the ice?
How bad is the cracking?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
That is 12 plus 6 for 18.
With that, you can see that some of those cracks have made their way to the surface of the water. Some of the water is kind of slushing up into those cracks that you can see. There are numerous, as you have used Groundquake and Shatter and
Yes. So, and how close are we to the land?
It's not in sight. You guys have traveled for a while, and it's a large river, so.
Just in case, I'm going to cast, it might be a waste, but I want to sleep well at night. I'm going to cast water breathing, on everybody in a 30-foot that I can see. So.
Do you want to move closer?
Where's Cole? How far away is he?
Cole's all the way over here.
Oh, golly, Cole. But at least he's okay. Yeah, so everyone within 30 feet that I can see, you get water breathing. You get water breathing. Everybody water breathe. Just in case. Not that we'd survive the temperature.
You'd have to move closer, I think, to hit everybody. 5, 10, 15.
Then make it happen. Briar would do it.
Maybe not. That might have been enough.
Okay.
There, yeah, that gets you, everybody. Just from where you are.
Okay.
You're good.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Nope, water breathing is for 24 hours.
This one. Let's roll. Who's he gonna attack? Whoa, and it is. Here comes a bite for 19. There is an 18 to hit. And a 25. Damage coming up. 10 points of piercing damage. 7 points of cold damage already halved. 10 points of piercing damage. Let me do both of these. And another 8. So 18 total piercing damage. I'm going to roll 2 different cold damages here. So it'll be 3 and then 4. So 7 points of cold damage total. But that is its turn. So next up is Cole.
Okay, just for clarification reasons, I would like to know which direction are we heading towards
Where you
to
are.
get to the
You're
other,
heading, you were
other
heading
side.
that way.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure. Let's see here. We are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'll back up another 5 foot and then let my spear fly.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Over there by that thing. Okay.
Is that 50 foot? Is that more than 50 foot?
You said 25, right?
No, I said 5. 5 to get.
Oh, I
me
thought
to
you said
50.
25. I could have.
It's okay. I might have cut out or something. Yeah, because I was already 45 feet away. I just want to get that 5 feet so I can
10,
obviously get
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So just be one step closer and you'll be good.
Okay.
That's the
Cool.
50.
Yep.
You do have to use your bonus action to retrieve it. I believe, right? With your spear.
Let me read it. Give me 1 second.
Did we even include anything about that?
Yes. The lightning spear will return at the beginning of your next turn as
a free action. There we go. Yeah. It's in the word.
So it appears in my hand, and I will use, just to make sure that he does not get up from this, I'm going to use a Kinsai shot. It just deals an extra d4 of damage, but it's
Roll your attack.
17 plus 8, so
That'll hit. Give me that damage.
28 points of damage.
28 points of damage. 3 times over. This last one is dead. And with that, the spear cackles once again and penetrates the thorax of this spider. They all crystalline fall limp.
Okay. So directly out of combat, how does the ice look? Can I make a perception check to see?
The ice is groaning a little bit, but it seems to be holding.
Okay.
Let's grab pieces of this thing and let's get off this web and ice.
Whoever would like to inspect them, roll investigation checks for me.
I will use my poisoner's kit and start help.
I still have Bless. Does anyone else still have Bless?
Bless does not apply to
I will
skill
guidance
checks.
whoever-
It's
Oh, it's
saving
not skill
throws
checks.
and attack rolls.
Yeah,
That's it.
Thank you.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, Ali, I'll give you guidance and assistance if you
Yes.
need advantage.
23 total.
So investigating these spiders,
What's guidance?
the lights, the crystals within their eyes have kind of gone, or that are their eyes. The light has gone down, all except one, kind of in the center of its head. Seems to be almost like a brainstem just behind the skull, the crystalline skull of these creatures. Jim, somewhat
rolled a
familiar, but
24.
larger than you've ever seen. Yeah, each of you were good enough with your rolls.
I'm gonna look at my gauntlet to the gem on the ice gem on the gauntlet for Dom.
It's similar, kind of that blue with the light blue swirls within it of that icy gem, but these are maybe what is the one that's in Dom's gauntlet? Is it a medium
I have
gem
no idea.
or is it a small?
It's small. I think it was smalls.
It's a small. The only medium that he had was a
So it's about 3 times the size of those.
All right.
Just to clarify, you said there was like a crystalline skull was inside of this, or is it just a gem?
It's within its crystalline skull is this gem.
Okay.
Would the actual crystalline skull of these beasts actually be worth anything too, since they are crystals? Like, just out of curiosity.
It'd be about as much as like a cave crystal. That's not much. Like, you know how
Okay.
crystals can be grown.
Fair. Sure.
They're not necessarily a rare, but you don't know. Maybe somebody would be like, "Oh, well, hell yeah!" But they're a bit unwieldy. the mandibled trophy skull or whatever.
Would there be any type of liquids, blood, or anything of the sorts that maybe Sky would have seen from her poisoner's kit,
Mhm.
like as an ingredient? This as
Nope.
ingredients for something?
No, it was it seemed to be more a property of the crystal that it produced itself.
I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to extract that crystal in the skull.
Mhm.
Harvest. And I will take that and I will put it in the bag of holding
For each one.
for each
Harvesting
one.
the
Yeah, so that'd
skull or just the gem itself?
do we want the skulls? I mean, we could put it in the bag of holding. Okay.
Just the gem.
Okay.
Might as well, like he said, maybe there's somebody that wants it as a trophy or something. I mean, if
Trying to basically
You don't need to get all of
ice
them.
carve away. There is a large cross gem in each of these skulls.
Cross check. Okay. I will put that in the bag of holding. And they are in there. And I'm wanna start heading towards Cole as soon as possible.
Cole, have you headed back towards this way, or are you staying further ahead?
understanding that they pretty much have it under control, I would stay far away just to keep the weight on the ice to as little as possible.
Yeah.
If they need me, then obviously I would go to them.
So, as you
Alright.
work at carving those away, it's Cole, for you, it's quiet. You hear every now and then that same kind of like grumbling of the ice, and then you hear the chipping away at those stones, the ice spider skulls as they work at them. The fog once again starts to become heavier over this frozen river.
Crasher's gonna do the same little tiny weatherman thing in his hand with the druid craft to see if we have, more ice spikes coming in our future.
The weather is looking grim ahead.
We should get moving soon. We need to find shelter off of this ice.
After some time, you are able to carve away at these skulls and retrieve these large frost gems. Making your way towards Cole's location, further a bit ahead. The fog once again rolling in thicker. The snow turns slightly to hail. And you feel it kind of pelt down on you, nothing too large or spiky quite yet.
Holson, I know it's a little bit out of scope, but I would like to, like, right after the end of combat, use a second wind,
Yep,
if
that's fine.
possible. Okay, I'll go ahead and just roll some self-healing for that.
How is everyone looking? I know, Kron, thanks for the...
I'm just glad we got you back up. But, yeah, if you could disperse touching everybody off until we can rest, I'd appreciate that.
Asher will do area vitality. So that's going to be 2d6 hit points every 6 seconds for a minute. So it'll just go in order.
I don't need healing.
So that's
I don't need healing either.
Oh, okay. So
And neither does Karan.
I would really appreciate some healing.
okay, so
As he has like gashes.
fuck. I'll do this. I'll just keep doing it till Cole will give you 4, Allie 9, Cole 6, Allie 3, Cole 10, and I believe finally Rowan 10.
Alright, I'm feeling better. Thank you.
Thank you, Asher. I appreciate that.
I'm going to do a level 3 cure wounds on himself and give himself 19. Oh.
As you guys push forward through flits of the fog, and still at this point, hail, making your way after that combat, trying to see the other side, the land. A good ways into your journey on the frozen river. The fog disperses just a little bit ahead, enough for you to see a glowing blue light approaching, almost like a flame within the fog. The fog comes back thicker once again. The light approaches. Behind it, you see another.
Is this so large that we could circumvent it, or?
You could attempt to go like left or right. They have a bit of a spread to these lights.
Do they look like torches?
They are a blue light, but it's the ambience that they put off is very similar to that of a roll perception check. Let's see how much of this.
I was gonna say, just like
actually-
height wise, somebody's holding up a torch or out in front, you can kind of gauge that it's maybe not a creature. So that's my thought process on it. Perception check. I rolled a 17 plus 4, so that's a 21 perception.
With a 21, you see through the flits of that just glowing that happens with the density of the fog. Just the base, the shape of an arm, probably about 4 or 5 foot tall. On one
Humans.
of the frontal figure.
People. Humanoids. I don't know. Do we want to try to talk to them? Or go around them?
I'm a little concerned at this point because I'm beat to shit. Even with that, I'm out of spell slots.
What are the chances that actual humans could survive in this type of cold? I mean,
I'm gonna look to Aurelia.
Goliaths. Goliaths,
Look to-
orcs could barely survive in the island or the mountains that they're in. Most chances it's probably the coldies like Aurelia. Which, weren't we trying to find them in the first place? To find out what's going on with Von Saloth?
I mean, at this point, we could. My fear said it's more of whatever we just faced, just in a different shape.
I'm gonna look to Aurelia again. Do we want to try to maybe talk to them? They might. I don't know if they're your relatives.
I do want to say one thing. If we encounter something that does not speak our language, I can't assist like I could before right now. I'm too tapped out.
Yeah.
I can help.
The glowing lights moving closer. Some of the fog, once again, as it drifts left and right. Figures come closer, and you can see in more detail, kind of wrapped in furs and iron metals in certain places. The central figure holding one of the blue torches out ahead of them with a kind of helmet with one horn on one side and a broken horn off the other side, almost peering out towards you as this dwarven figure of dwarven stature and build, bulky within the furs, turns and mumbles something to one of the other group. Roll perception if you want to see if you can.
19 plus 8.
23 for me.
19 for me.
With the with Asher's and Cole's, you are able to discern that this figure kind of mumbles over to the other ones. Oh, it's a brave lot, aren't they?
They already know.
If they know we're here. So, Asher's
Figure
gonna
as the boots kind of closer. Oi! You're
Remove
a
my
brave
mask.
lot, aren't you? You've really blocked your cockers now.
You're not wrong.
As
didn't
this
expect
figure
me to
moves a little
call.
bit closer, you see it is a dwarven figure with this kind of pale, almost akin to Aurelia's skin tone. He does have some bright blue eyes underneath that.
Bree is going to
Yeah.
march right up towards the guy and put her hand out. Hello, it's nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. Name's Murdoch.
Marla. Nice name.
As you get real close, you see he's just like fur, a lot of exposed skin actually, but like just this fur pelt over his back, and then iron gauntlets and iron boots over this iron helmet. Seems unhindered by the cold. You don't know that a storm's coming, right?
Yeah, we kind of assumed that. With all the fog and the changes in the clouds.
Aye, that's definitely one of the signs. You're more than welcome to come back with us.
Be much appreciated.
How far is your camp from here?
Not far. This way. Motions to each of the other. You see several other kind of dwarven figures, similar kind of garb, that similar kind of skin tone. Other figures more warmly wrapped, don't have that same skin tone, that same cold pallor about them. Kind of turns his head. Each of you have names.
Cool.
He kind of quickly glances back as each of you speaks and kind of puts a voice and a name to each of the people behind him. As each of you, I don't know. If anybody doesn't give their name, let me know. Otherwise, you just whatever. Now you're introduced.
Karoma's probably going to use his detect thoughts just to get a baseline on this guy. Like, not try to delve deep in.
Initial first thoughts are just like impressed that you've even made it this far. Knows he's thinking about some of his other members who don't have the same resistance that he does or resilience, and what they've been through, and the other people of their encampment. What you glean is that he's working his way through this fog towards this encampment. The encampment is actually like this ice cave. Some of those waves that you had seen, it is almost like an entrance built into one of those that leads into just through a flit of thought, a just like fabric fur blanket as a doorway that leads into this. His other thoughts travel towards the warmth in there.
Okay, so it's all pretty.
His people back there too.
Okay, so it's more so the focus of getting it back to warm people. It's safe, like that type of disposition in terms of getting there. That's kind of what you're trying to convey. That
it's warn to them that it's safe. No, it's more so like he wants to get all of these people before they die of the cold or the spikes. Like, we got to get back. That's it. We got to get back.
It's well intended. The purpose of getting back to the cave is for warmth and safety, not for anything else. There's nothing else outside of those purviews that are drifting around is what Karun's looking for. So, okay.
There is a thought that crosses his mind that impressed by you and you could be useful. And with that, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Alrighty, everybody. Enjoy the halftime show. We'll be right back in about 12 to 15. Do.